of the circle. This line is called radius. Diameter is the full line passing through the center. This entire thing is called circumference of the circle. Yes? Yeah? Huh? Hello? Radius by 30. One minute. I will come back.
ऑन कर दिया.
Now, pause. This is a circle. This is center. This line is called radius. Anywhere you join from the center of the line on the circumference is called radius. The line joining the 2 points of the circumference through O is called diameter. The 2 points of the circumference like this. What is this called? This is called arc. Arc AB. We can take this way or we can take it this way also. Other way also we can take. If you take it this way, this will be a smaller length. This is called minor arc. If you take it this way, the same arc AB will become a major arc, the major portion. The straight line joining the 2 points of a circle is called chord. Huh? Ring. We are not doing anything about the ring. We are doing about a circle, single circle. No, ring is not there. This line is called chord. AB line is called chord. Okay, now first theorem says the angle made at the circumference by an arc. This is the angle made by an arc at the center is double the angle made by the same arc on the remaining part of the circumference. AB arc is making, so where is the remaining part of the circumference? Remaining part of the circumference is from here till here, this is the major arc. Any point on the major arc from here till here, the angle made by the same arc this angle will be half of this or this angle will be double of this. If suppose this is 40, this will be 80. Central angle is more than the circumference angle. Angle of the circumference is double the angle of the circumference, but the angle must be made at the remaining circumference by the same arc. Same arc is making on the remaining circumference. So then this relation will hold true. This theorem will hold true. And for this theorem, we write down the statement like this: angle at the center by an arc is double the angle made by the same arc on the remaining circumference. Hope it is clear. Now, we suppose they have given some diagram like this out here. This is central angle. This is AB given. And here the angle is given like this way. This is B. This angle is suppose, for example, given 20 degree. And how much will be the value of this angle? How much will the value of this angle? 40 degree. This is 20. This will be 40. Central angle is double. If the central angle is known, we can find it. This will be half. Similarly, if the circle is here, this is the center. And AB is the point here. Here is the central angle, and what the AB is making another angle over here only, this side. This is P. And I guess this angle is given 80. How much is this angle? Can you tell me what is this angle? P angle is how much? Yes, Upamanyu. Wrong. Answer is wrong. You don't see which arc is making the angle over here. AB arc is making 180. The angle P must be on the remaining circumference this way from anywhere out here. Anywhere it should be. But it is coming on the same side, same arc which is making the angle. Minor arc is making the angle, so the point P lies in the minor arc only. It is not lying on the major arc or on the remaining circumference. So you cannot apply this theorem right now. Don't answer in hurry. Hurry spoils curry. You know that. So what should be the value of this angle? Tell me. How will you find? For that you must find this angle first. Reflex angle you find. Reflex angle 360 minus 80 you do. You take the angle with this arc making at the center. Then now if you take major arc making the angle at the center, then this point P will lies on the minor arc, which is on the remaining circumference like this. Then the relation will hold true. We have to find this angle first. 360 minus 80, the answer will come 280. Total should be 360 degree angle. So 280, now we take half of this. 280 half is coming 140. Now we take half of this. If you are taking the arc this way, AB is the arc making an angle here. So this angle will be double of the angle at the remaining circumference. Now if you take this way, then P is the 0.9 on the remaining circumference made by the same arc. You understand or not? Don't answer properly. That's why I told you the remaining circumference from here to here, it can be anywhere. Here is the remaining circumference, it can be here, anywhere from here till here. Then double graph relationship will apply directly. Okay. Understood this theorem? And how we apply that also I showed. Now another one. We are having a circle. This line is passing through. Definitely AB will be the diameter. AB is the diameter. Diameter makes an angle of 90 degree at the circumference. The line of diameter, the two ends of the diameter always makes an angle of 90 degree at the circumference. The two ends, one end is here, one end is here. Angle made by the two ends of diameter at the circumference will be 90 degree. This angle will be automatically 90 degree. Anywhere, it can be here, it can be here, it can be here, it can be down. Anywhere, the angle will be 90 degree. You know the reason why? Reason is the theorem number 1. Because the straight line angle is how much? 180, no? AB is making an angle 180, then 180, this will be half of it. So it will become 90. Yeah, that's what I am saying. So diameter, the two ends of the diameter always makes an angle of 90 degree at the circumference. Any point on the circumference, the angle will be 90 degree by a diameter. So when we apply this theorem, when we apply this property, we write this statement: angles in the same circle is 90 degree. We don't write diameter and all, we say in short, angles in the same circle is 90 degree or is a right angle. We say that. Because we see also that suppose this is given 90, this is given 30, we can find this angle. No, this angle. Angles some property. So this will come 30 and 60. 90 is here, so 30 plus 60 will be another 90. Together 180. Yes or no? Yes. Now another one. Theorem, this was theorem number 2, which I discussed just now, this property. Now another one is like this. Suppose AB is an arc. Is making some angle on the remaining circumference. Remaining clear of the remaining circumference like this. And the same AB is making angle, one more angle on the remaining circumference only. Anywhere on the remaining, it can be here, it can be here, anywhere. These two angles will be equal. No, who said? Who told you that? Suppose these have a circle, have a sense, like this chord, this is also chord, they are equal. This is shorter, this is longer. How can they be equal? Come on. So AB is making one angle at P and the same AB is making one angle at Q. So these two angles will be equal. If this is 20 degree, this will also be 20. When we apply this property, we say angles in the same segment are equal. Angles in the same segment are equal. You can write down this statement in the video I will send on the there you can pause and write down this statement. Angles in the same segment are equal for this property we use. This statement. Similarly, angles in the segment we can take this to PQR to take this angle will be equal. PQ is making at B, PQ is making at A also. The two angles on the remaining circumference. The two angles will be equal. I guess suppose this is 80, this will also be 80. Same angle. Similarly, if I join this line I join, this line I join, and I take the arc BQ, then this angle and arc BQ is making over this angle will also be equal. I guess this angle is say 50 degrees, this angle will also come 50. Understood? Yes or no? If you take the arc like this, BQ is the arc like this, BQ is the arc making angle at P and at A. These two angles also will be equal. Similarly, this angle and this angle will also be equal. Okay. This is same 30, so this will also come 30. Like this, AP is the arc against this angle. And AP is the arc making angle, these two angles will also be equal. Four ways we can take angles in the same segment equal. If you take this arc, these two angles are equal, 20 degree. If you take the arc PQ, then 80 degree. And if you take the arc BQ, then this angle is 50, this also will be 50. If the arc AP you take this is 30, this also will be 30. And when you apply this property, the statement you are supposed to write is angles in the same segment are equal. Is it okay? Now the next property, we are having a circle. Any four-sided figure whose corners lie on the circumference of the circle is called cyclic quadrilateral, A, B, C, D. This is called cyclic quadrilateral. All the corners, all the vertices, A, B, C, D, all the vertices or corners of the quadrilateral is lying on the circumference of the circle. So this is called cyclic quadrilateral. Cyclic is the word coming from cycle, that is circle. In of cyclic quadrilateral, opposite angles are supplementary. Supplementary means together they will be equal to 180 degree. If this is 100, so this will come 80. Opposite angles are together equal to 180 degree. If this is 50, then this will be 150. When we apply this property, opposite angle of cyclic quadrilateral property, we write the statement that the opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. We say that. Similarly, there is another theorem related to cyclic quadrilateral is over here. Suppose we are having a cyclic quadrilateral A, B, C, D. Any one side will extend like this. Any one side. This angle is called exterior angle of cyclic quadrilateral. Exterior angle. The property says exterior angle is equal to the opposite interior angle. These two angles will be equal. If this is 50 degrees, then this will also come 50. Similarly, I extend this side. This angle is say 100, so this angle will also come 100. Like opposite interior angle, they will be equal. Okay? Yes? Yeah. In a cyclic quadrilateral, opposite angles are supplementary. Okay, and exterior angle of cyclic quadrilateral is equal to the opposite interior angle. Two properties of cyclic quadrilateral. Now the another one is like this. Suppose we have a circle. This line is called tangent. PT is a tangent, and suppose this point is center. Then this line is called what? Radius. Radius and tangent always makes angle of 90 degree. Radius and tangent angle is 90 degree. When we use this property, we say tangent normal property. Tangent normal are always perpendicular. We say tangent normal. This slide will be the normal. Normal is perpendicular. That we have done in the chapter light also, physics. Suppose they have given one example. I am giving you. Suppose this angle is given to you. This is given 40 degree, and they are asking to find the value of this angle. Find the value of the angle. Find the value of this angle, this is P. How to find the value of angle P? First of all, we'll mark this angle ourselves 90 degree because radius and tangent makes 90 degree angle. This angle is 90. 90 and 40 degree. How much is the value of this angle? This will come 50. This angle some property. 50 half will be this. This is the angle made by this arc at the center angle and circumference angle double and half. This will be 25. Answer. Yes or no? This is the tangent property, and then one more property is there, or theorem is there, the last one you see. I draw tangent. PT is a tangent. And I take a line like this is chord. BT is a chord. You think this angle will be 90? Will this angle be 90 degree? No. Angle will be 90 degree when it comes from the center. The line coming from the center, that is radius or diameter line. Then only the angle will be 90 degrees. So this is the chord. So this angle, the rule says this angle will be equal to the opposite interior angle in this opposite interior angle. So this angle is P. This angle and this angle will be equal. I mark this angle is 40, so this angle will also be 40 degrees. This property when we apply, we say angles in the alternate segment are equal. Alternate segment. In a way it is the kind of opposite interior angle. This angle will be equal to the opposite interior angle. And when we use this property, what do we say? We say angles in the alternate segment are equal. We have to write that statement. And why they are equal? I show you the reason why it has become equal. You can just see. I take a center here and I draw radius. The total angle is how much? The total angle is supposed to be how much? 90 degree. The total angle is 90, and I see this angle is, the whole thing is 90, this part is 40. What is the remaining part? This will come 50. I'll join the radius is also. These two are equal. OT and OT are equal. Then 50, then this will also come 50, being isosceles triangle. 50 plus 50 is 100, so this angle will come 80. Now, central angle and circumference angle, you see, this is 80, this will be half of it, that will be 40. So this way you don't have to do, you can directly use the property, this angles are equal, 40 and this will also come 40. Understood or not? Huh? When we use this property of triangle circle, we write their angles in the alternate segment are equal. Similarly, suppose if this is a tangent and y extend this side, this is 40, this will also be 40. If I say this is 80, this will also be 80, opposite way like this. And the reason is same, angles in the alternate segment are equal. Understood? Yes? What same way I did 40 this is 40, this is 80, this is also be 80. And reason is the statement we write is same, angles in the alternate segment are equal. Okay? So these are the theorems or these are the properties, and about that statement I already given. You can write on the statement from the video. And today I just taught you the basics. Then from tomorrow we will be solving the problems on it. Is it okay? Today I just taught you the properties of circle. What happens, how do we take the angles and equal.